Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so can anyone hear me? Because apparently I'm not hearing anyone. I think I'm just...
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank you. Did the meeting start recording? Because I didn't hear, my laptop was on mute, so I didn't hear when you started recording.
Yes, it's recording.
Okay, thank you. How is everyone doing? I'm so excited about this session. How is everyone doing, by the way?
Doing okay.
Yeah, doing okay.
We're here.
It's raining outside, so I don't know.
It's so gloomy outside, but I've decided to close my curtains so that I don't see what's happening outside. This is making me so excited, so I don't care what's happening outside. What is really giving me joy is the fact that I see everyone having their offer letters soon. I'm so hopeful. And yeah, that's my prayer. So let's kickstart today's session so that I don't eat into Team X's time. I'm going to share my screen now, and I'm going to share the link to the mural board here so that everyone in the audience will be the one to judge the session. So let me post the mural link here right now. Please don't put your name. I want this session to be as anonymous as possible so that everyone can feel free to say their mind and truly how they feel without being afraid of being judged. So are you able to see the mural link on the chat?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So for the hosts recording the session, if I share my screen, will it show at your end? Please confirm.
Anyone can share their screen from what I noticed. It's a multiple participant sharing.
Okay, all right, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I see visiting hippopotamus. If you can just grab a sticky note and put a comment there so that I'm sure that the mural link is working. Amarachi, please, can you rename yourself or can you be anonymous so that we don't know who it is that is writing anything? Yeah. Okay.
Are we? Oh, okay. That's for the next team, right? Everybody's gonna have an opinion or a voice, right?
Yes. So everybody is gonna assess Team X and Team Y anonymously using the mural link in the chat. So yeah, I think that's Jovita's voice. I'm not too sure whose voice it is. I'm getting used to all the voices.
Yes, it's Jovita. It's Jovita.
Okay. Hi, Jovita. Okay, so please, let's start with Team X. Team X, you can start sharing. At the end of the session, I'll share my screen again. But Team X, you can share your screen.
I'm sorry, I can't find the link to the mural link on the team.
On the Zoom chat?
Yeah. Okay, on the chat. Oh, on the Zoom chat. Oh,
yes,
Lord.
It's only for this audience, not for the Scrum Hub chat. It's only those.
Okay.
Where I can change my name. I can't see the account setting.
Okay, so is it on the mural you want us to change our names?
Yes, so that we don't know who is writing what.
Okay.
I don't know why I can't click it, my name to change on the account settings.
I think you can sign out and then come in afresh.
Yeah, just close it and open it again. That's
yeah. I think so, yeah. But Amarachi, I think you're in Team X, so maybe are you in Team Y? I don't even know where you are though, but I know that you're presenting today. So please let's have Team X present. We're eating into their time.
Can I share my screen now?
Sure.
Okay, thanks. Okay, I'm starting. Welcome everyone.
Sorry, we can't see your screen.
Oh, you can't see my screen?
No, I'm going to stop sharing from my end and then we'll show you the mural link when we're done. When you're done with your presentation.
Okay. Let me try and share again.
Okay, thanks.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see. Thank you. I imagine you're the Scrum Master because I can see SM.
Yes, I'm trying to make it easy for everybody.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome everyone to our first sprint planning. To get to know ourselves better, we're going to play a game called Two Truths and a Lie. We will need 2 volunteers. Team, please, do we have any volunteers?
Yeah. I'll go. I'll volunteer.
Thank you, caller. Okay. Can you give us 3 statements? 2 will be truth and 1 will be a lie. And then we have to guess which is a lie and which is the truth.
So 3 statements, you said?
Yes, 2 would be the truth and 1 will be a lie. And we have to guess which one is the lie.
Oh, okay. I'm a Scrum Master to be.
Okay.
My mom is Lebanese, and I like women.
You like what?
I like women.
Before.
I like women.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. So can we guess exactly which one is the lie?
Can I go?
Yes, sure.
Caller, your mom is not a Lebanese.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right. How did you?
Because obviously you like women, you don't like men.
Thank you very much. Who will be our second volunteer?
Okay, I think I would like to go.
Okay, Amara. Okay.
Sorry about my voice. I'm kind of under the weather.
Oh,
I'm good. Yeah.
get better soon.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So 2 lies. Okay. Two truths and 1 lie. Okay. I've been right. Okay. So my both parents are from the same states. I've been knocked down by a cow, and I speak French.
Does anybody want to go?
I don't look like I can speak French. So I think that's the lie for me.
That's
Okay.
true.
That's actually true. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you very much, our volunteers. That was very interesting, actually.
That was fun.
Yeah, so now that we are all warm and fuzzy, we can now begin our agenda for today. But before we do, I would like to just draw your attention to, the working agreement that we all created. I don't know if you guys recall when we created this, but we created it a couple of days ago. I just like to draw your attention so that you can recall it anytime we are meeting and anytime you're doing your work. Some of the things that I would like to bring to your recollection is, respect as always, which is one of the Scrum values. And then also to always flag impediments immediately as their core, because this is a 2-week sprint, so we need to be fast on our feet. And as such, if you don't flag impediments, it can delay us, in the long run. So, and then of course, one of the things we did just now is team bonding activities, so that this encourages freedom of speech. So, okay. Thank you very much. As I said before, this sprint is a 2-week sprint. So this sprint planning meeting is time boxed to 4 hours. Okay. So our agenda for today is to pull user stories from the product backlog into the sprint backlog, to come up with the sprint goals, and to break down the user stories into tasks that each developer can select which one they want to do. Okay, Amara, since you are the product owner, can you just tell us more about this product and the requirements?
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so this for one of our clients that wants us to create a mobile app that will enable warehouse workers clock in and out. And this would help, this will add value to the business by helping them to be able to record the accurate times that workers work, to avoid loss of them paying workers for what they don't actually work for, and this particular company is so we are doing this for a warehouse, and they have warehouses all over, like in different countries, right? Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing for the customer.
Thank you very much, Amara. Okay, I'll now open the floor for the team. Do you have any questions to ask Amara about this product and the requirements she has just mentioned?
Amara, so you said the company have different branches in different places. I wanted to know, so is it like the employees, when they assign them shifts on this app, will they be able to see the shift that they've been assigned to using the app?
Okay, no, they will not be able to use this particular app to know the shifts they've been assigned to. It's strictly to enable them clocking and out.
Oh, okay. Noted. Thank you.
Okay, I have one question. Can the employees request time off from this app? Will they be able to see the time they've accumulated, the PTOs, and can they request time off from this app?
Oh, okay, that's actually a very good. Okay, well, I will note this down and I would relate with our stakeholders, and maybe if they actually want us to include that, we can add it to our next sprint. Yeah.
Okay. I have a question too.
Please go ahead, Laura.
From this app, will the employees be able to probably download their pay sleeves, their W-2s for tax documentation?
No, they won't be able to do that with this app. Okay. Because we are just creating a very simple app that would not have like too many functionality, so that it's just mainly to make the app very fast, because they want to just clock in and out basically. So we don't want to bug the app with so many other functionalities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ola, do you have another question?
Yeah, I was just thinking, just to follow up on talking about the time off, like a follow-up question. So let's say the employees come in and they clock in and they go out, say for some maybe break or something. Do they have, when they come back, do they have to clock in again? Or
okay, so you mean if I get your question correctly, you mean like an employee resumes his or her shift and clocks in, and they want to go on break, if they have to clock out before going on the break? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, they have to clock out, and then when they come back, they have to clock in again, or
oh, okay. No, that's not necessary, because the break is being paid for. Yeah, the break is being paid for. They have paid breaks, so it's not necessary for them to clock out during break and clock back in after the break. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you.
All right, so I have a question for that. So you said that like breaks are paid for, but how do you determine if an employee takes longer than the paid for break?
Well, this is going to be monitored by the manager, because if an employee, the main thing is that the employee is in the vicinity, is in that location, right? So the supervisor on ground will be the one to ensure that that is being achieved.
Okay, so this is mainly for people on like the manufacturing floor.
Yeah, yes, exactly, because it's a warehouse.
I see. Okay.
Another question. Do you have any like for wage theft, for example, if you are on the floor and your shift manager asks you to work like longer than you're assigned, right? Would you be able to retroactively get out if you worked that way? You can be compensated for the time that you worked, or if the clock in is like your set 8-hour shift, and like sometimes you have some minutes shaved off If you work, like, I don't know if any of you guys have worked for like a clock in, clock out place where you clock in, you clock out. If you forget to clock out, the time you come back to clock in, it tells you, okay, the max is 8 hours. You're not allowed to add any more.
Okay. So I don't know if you, Amara, can I answer that?
Yes, you
Because
can.
we had discussed that. So what happens is that this will not happen in this case because we have a GPS tracker, which when you're leaving the vicinity, it would warn you that you're leaving the vicinity. Do you need to clock out? So we would not enter that scenario where you leave the vicinity and forget to clock out. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Sorry,
Okay.
just
Have you started taking questions from the audience?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know we have.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, guys. So Team X, are you done presenting?
No, we are not done.
No.
We are not done.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So so Amara, please let us know if the product backlog is prioritized to your liking.
Okay. Let me see. Can you go down a bit, please?
Sure.
Okay, I think I would like us to be able to integrate to the time zone in this first sprint. Yes, if we can take that up.
So where would you like that to be here?
Let it just be there because it will definitely still move to the sprint backlog.
Okay.
I'd like that to be at the top. Can you also go down a bit? Let me just see. Okay, yeah, the authentication, yeah, just take it up as well.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Thank you very much. Is that all, Amara?
Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all for now.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Amara. So also, is the team cross-functional enough to achieve this product goal?
Well, yes, I've confirmed with the skills metrics and all the teams have the required expertise, the required experience on all the tools needed to be able to achieve our deliverable for this sprint. Guys, are we all do we all agree to this?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. So basically, we have calculated our sprint here, and we came up with points, 21 points. And we just wanted to find out, I just wanted to find out if there's any last minute changes. Are there any holidays that, we didn't capture that you would like us to capture here?
Yes. Nicola, yes. I just realized that I have to be off one of the days. So if you will please excuse that and add that, please.
Oh, okay, sure, I can do that. Just give me a second. And I'll just add that here. Okay. So our total capacity at this time is 20. So we'll have to ensure that the user stories are not more than, our total capacity. Okay. So now I think what we're going to do is to begin estimation of the user stories. So just go here to, we're using Planning Poker to estimate the user stories. Please, can everyone join with the link I have sent to the chat so that we can estimate the user stories?
Before we go ahead, please, I just want to confirm if, I know that we've had our refinement sessions before this particular sprint planning, so I'm sure we are all well aware of the user stories. So are we very okay with what we have here, or do you want to slice it further down, or are we good with it?
What exactly are you talking about? Sorry.
With the user stories, like, are you okay, or do you want us to you know, like, are you fine? We've done our backlog refinements before this sprint planning, but I just want to confirm that, do you have any more clarifications before we start estimating? Are you all okay with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay with it. Yeah, okay.
Yes, I'm fine with it too. Yeah, we good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Amara. Kola, do you have any problem joining?
Yeah, I don't have the link.
It's in the WhatsApp chat for the group.
Okay.
For the team, sorry, for the team.
Here we go.
Okay, thank you very much, Kola. So we're just going to start with this. Can you all pick, the your numbers?
Okay, for the story, right?
Yes, the story. This story is create account.
Create the account. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So, since we have two, just wanted to find out, Laura, why did you pick 8?
I feel it was because we are creating the account afresh.
Okay.
And we need to get especially all the person's details right from the beginning.
Okay. And Jovita or Kola, can you just give us a brief background of why you picked 2?
I mean, I just feel like to create an account is pretty much straightforward, like things that you already know, like your name and basic things. So I just feel like that was relatively easy. That's why I went. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. Has any of you done this before, like in another project that you can just use the code? Is it? I just wanted to find out. Anybody?
Yeah, yes, I have. I have done something not too long ago similar to this, and it didn't take so much time. That's why I picked 2.
Okay, so in that case, I think with this explanation, is it possible we can reset this and then we can
revoke,
pick again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you. So for this particular user story, we're going to be having the points are going to be 2, or the capacity will be 2. Okay, the next one will be create username and password. Can you pick your numbers? Okay, thank you very much. Jovita, please, can you tell us why you picked 3?
I'm not expecting it to be so difficult once you create the username and password. I'm not expecting anything different from what we've just done in the previous one, so I'm not expecting any hiccups.
Okay. Thank you very much. So for the people who pick 5, Laura or Kola, can you just explain to us why you picked 5?
Well, I picked 5 because sometimes when people want to do this password thing, they ask you strong letter, full stop, uppercase. So sometimes that thing might be a little bit, but it's not as straightforward as creating an account with your name and stuff. So that's why I picked 5, not more than that.
Okay. Yeah. Kola, I was also thinking something about the fact that they have to ensure that the username is not replicated with another person's username, things like that. Yes.
That too. I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Yes.
That was my thought too. The whole alphanumeric,
exactly,
lowercase stuff.
Okay. So I'd like to come in here. If we check on our on the stories on the Jira, we have the acceptance criteria. So yeah, that's part of it. It has to have some special characters, uppercase, and the rest. So yes, I go with what Kola said.
Okay. Okay. So Jovita, are you okay with this explanation?
Yes.
And
do you think?
Okay. So are you leaning more towards the 3 or more towards the 5?
More towards the 5.
Okay, thank you very much. So we're going to call that a 5. Actually, we'll stop here with this because of time, because I'm looking at the time for this presentation too. But we have to, usually we'll go all the way and, you know, what's it called, estimate all the stories. So we're just going to go back here to Jira, and I'll just put so here, because we have estimated this one, create account. I'm just going to put here. So if I recall, we estimated it at 2.
2.
I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
2.
Okay. And this one, so we estimated it at 5. So
we have 2 more minutes. Well
thank
done.
you. Yeah.
Well done. You have 2 more minutes. Well
okay,
done.
so usually after this, we're supposed to bring what we have estimated to the sprint backlog. So we're just going to carry it over to the sprint backlog here. So we're just going to carry only these 2 that we have estimated because of time. Okay. So Amara, can you just well, we would have also ask the developers what exactly.
Yeah, can we see the developers' designs for this?
So we don't have the developers' design. We would have asked them which tasks they wanted to do at this time. That's what the next thing we would have asked, you know, but we have something else to this thing. So we wanted to also ask about, you know, the PO about, so Amara, please, can you tell us about the sprint goal quickly?
So for this particular sprint, our sprint goal we want to achieve is just to enable the employees to be able to create accounts, you know, sign in, clock in and out. That's what we want to achieve for this particular sprint. We can focus on the one for the HR in the next sprint. So yeah, that's the sprint goal.
Okay, thank you very much. We would have asked for questions about the sprint goal, but let us just go to next to the to divide the stories into different tasks. So for example, the first story, create account. What exactly did the developers suggest that we divide it into the different tasks?
We have to create like a interface design.
Okay.
We'll have to like write code to create accounts.
Okay.
Then there has to be like a link, like for confirmation. You know how when you send a link for confirmation to your email.
Okay.
So we have to create that. I think that's all I can think about right now. I'm not sure of any other one. I can't think of anything else right now.
Okay.
I think
so guys, your time is up. Sadly, your time is up. I had fun. We all had fun watching you present. Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to ask, how was the experience for you? I know you guys are doing this for the very first time, using all these tools, Jira, Confluence, Figma, Balsamic, and I know that this whole concept is new to you, but I want to hear from you first before we go to the audience. So far, what's the experience like?
Well, at first it was kind of rocky. And because, you know, we haven't used these tools before, so it was difficult for us to add each other to like Jira, for example, for us to see each other, what each other is doing on Confluence or Jira. But once we were able to figure it out and we were able to help each other, then afterwards, you know, it was more smooth sailing and we got to the nitty-gritty of the matter, which is, you know, okay, what exactly should our user stories be? What exactly should our tasks be, and things like that.
Okay. In your particular team, are all of you in the same time zone?
No.
So how difficult, because this is a real life scenario also in a workplace. So how easy was it for you to wrap your head around your meeting times?
I mean, we found a way. When there's a will, there's a way. So I think that's the concept that we adopted.
That's powerful. That's really powerful. Thank you. So the last question I have, sorry, Amara, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I said also we ensure that everyone agreed to any proposed time, and if somebody was not okay with that time, we all adjusted to what was okay with everyone.
Okay. And then I had a final question, but it escapes me now. So what I'm going to do now is I'll share my screen and we'll have a look at the mural board to see what the anonymous feedback we're getting.
Okay.
I invited a very knowledgeable RTE to this meeting, and I really pleaded with her that she should be as plain as possible. So please don't take any of her comments to heart. Please just take it as a learning curve, because it's better for us to get this feedback here than get the feedback after the interview in real life, right? Some of the comments may be harsh, but please take it in good faith, because we all want you, we all want you to succeed. I'm really proud of how far we've come, honestly. You guys don't know, but let me share my screen. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Can we see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes, but we can hardly see the writing
Can you read out the question, please, for
or
us?
the comment. Yeah.
Okay.
Was it the developers who gave the
Was
story?
it your developers who gave the story points estimation?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yes, those were all our developers who voted.
Developers and the testers.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm not seeing most of the comments, so this is weird.
Oh, I don't have access to it. I'm using my phone.
Oh, okay, but I'm seeing the comments are locked.
Okay.
Would it be because it's a free version? Oh no. Oh no, guys. Okay, can some of the anonymous people like read out what they wrote, because I can't see what was written apart from this one. No?
Kelechi, do you want me to just go ahead and just give a little...
Yeah, okay. Before you go ahead, I've just seen one now. Did all 5 members participate?
Participate in what?
In the dramatization of the sprint planning session?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. RTE, please go ahead.
Okay, so good job, team. This is Team X, right?
Yes, this is Team X.
Yes.
Oh, Team X, you guys did an amazing job. Like, even when I first started my role, I didn't even know any of this. You guys did amazing, and I gotta give you guys kudos. So good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was gonna say,
You people stay shaking. Why are you afraid now? Because there's RTE.
No, I know.
Come on.
Thank you.
We're waiting for the bot. We're waiting for a bot.
I'm waiting for the
that, you know that when you keep chicken, it's not give people water to drink.
Safe environment, okay? The Scrum values are trust, and so you can trust me to give you good feedback. So where I'm gonna start from is what I saw. The Scrum Master, right? The Scrum Master was sorry, I think you wrote SM.
Yes, me.
SM, yes. I love the way you started with an icebreaker. It's really, it's one of the greatest tools to start with to get everybody that's tensed loose. Some of these developers don't like to come to meetings like this, so it's good that you keep them coming with such trivias, little chit chat, little talks, and you did a great job with 2 truths and a lie. It's one of the best things ever to be created in the world of Agile, so good job with that. The thing that I noticed for your working agreement, it seemed like that was yours. I don't know if, because this is a simulation, but there wasn't much collaboration from the team, and you didn't even ask the team if what you wrote was what they agreed upon. You just said, this is the working agreement. I want everybody to just abide by this, and you moved on. A working agreement, when you're starting a new team, right? Yes, you can write certain things down, but also let the team collaborate. And some of the things that you wrote down may not be what they agree upon. So you have to really dive deep, get them talking. It's a collaboration session where you get them, everybody has to agree to it. Even you, some of the things they might bring up, you may not agree to it, but you guys have to come to a certain agreement. That's why it's called an agreement, working agreement. So I noticed you kind of just went down the list and then you continued on to JIRA. You didn't confirm if everybody agrees on these conditions, you know, it's like a document now.
So what happened was that we actually did agree on it. It was something we all collaborated, and I apologize for maybe the language I was using, but because we had all collaborated on it, I was just basically bringing it to their recollection.
Okay,
that we have.
Okay, I get it. Okay, perfect.
We used Mural. We had the brainstorming session using Mural, and we all used sticky notes to come up with all those agreements. So we published it on the conference page. So you can see everyone's suggestion. So
okay, awesome.
To our knowledge, just to remind us.
Okay, it was just like a reminder.
Yes.
To abide to it. Okay, awesome, perfect. Yeah. That's great. Okay, the next thing I wanted to point out was, what kind of session was this actually? This was a sprint planning session, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the things that occur in a sprint planning session? What are the things that occur during that time? If you have this 2020 Scrum Guide, you can take a look at it, you can Google it. What happens during the sprint planning? I don't know if you guys can think off the top of your head.
RCE, please, we need to go to the next team, but we wanted you to be more on the feedback side rather than asking them. So we can tell them,
Okay, so basically for me, I felt like this was more of a backlog refinement because you guys were estimating in your planning. During the sprint planning, you're not estimating again. What you're going to be estimating is things that maybe the product owner decided that are higher priority, and the team, maybe there was an epic or a big story that the product owner decided to slash into half, but it was still priority, then you estimate that one. Or maybe the scope of a certain user story changed, then you re-estimate that particular one, but it's not the time to be estimating all the user stories. And then on your JIRA board, you didn't have the priority column. I saw the backlog and I saw the next sprints, but there was no priority column. So the product owner owns the backlog. The product owner has to make those user stories that she felt was of higher priority and put them in the priority column. And then the sprint goal, what I noticed was you asked the product owner what the sprint goal is. The product owner, along with the team, decide what the sprint goal is, because at the end of the day, the team is the one that's going to work on it. So I noticed you asked the product owner what the sprint goal was, but it's collaborative as a team. You all decide and agree upon the sprint goal. But overall, great job. You guys did awesome. It was a great session. And I love your use of JIRA. You're an expert on JIRA. I saw you clicking on the tickets or on the user stories and putting the story points there, navigating through Confluence. You're amazing. You got that on lockdown. So you guys are good to go. You guys did great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so just before we have like 4 minutes before we move to the next team, I just wanted to congratulate you guys for coming this far. We're really proud of you. And RTE is also very proud of you. But it's my fault. I really wanted her to tell you guys as she feels, so that even in the interview, you guys would have been prepared before you get to that point. So one thing I noticed is that your meeting did not have an agenda. That really needs to be there because of structure, right? At a point, I think I got lost because we were moving from one to the other and clicking from another one to another one. So every meeting you have, all ceremonies should have your agenda. Then the second thing again was, I was not too clear on your Confluence page. I didn't see an introduction to the team members. So some teams, what they do is they put everyone's picture and say, this is the Scrum Master, this is the product owner, this is this person's competency, these are the developers, they have this competency in Figma, this competency in. So welcome to our team, the name of your team, Team X, or any other fantastic name you want to give your team. Somebody should be able to go to that Confluence page and just breeze through it and know what that team is about, know what their values are, know what their working agreements are. Just that one page Confluence is like Microsoft Word. You just pour the information there, structure it, arrange it, make it look nice. I didn't really see much of your definition of done, definition of ready. I didn't see that on your Confluence page. Then it was good that the PO mentioned that they had done a skills matrix assessment. As new Scrum Masters on your team, please always try to have that one-on-one session with your PO for him to have that interaction with the developers, to be sure that all the developers have really what it takes to achieve particular sprints, because sometimes the sprints vary, right, in terms of the sprint goal. So you need different types of skills. You need to have that discussion with your PO as frequent as possible, especially every 3 months at least, so that you'll be able to assess whether your team members need trainings, whether you need to reach out to the organization to organize certain trainings. So it was good that the PO mentioned that they had done a skills matrix assessment. I did not notice any work breakdown structure. So, in project management, you have something called the work breakdown structure, whereas in product management, you have the stories, the user story map, right? Where you map the user stories to the epics, right? It's, humans are pictorial in nature or visual in nature. They will rather see pictures than see the Jira board directly. So I expected that since this was your first sprint planning session, we would have at least, the audience would have known, first of all, what you're working on as a title. And then under that title, we'll just see like a hierarchy, like a work breakdown structure, or a user story map showing. And I had given an example on the Scrum Hub channel for us to be able to break down, see it pictorially, see the whole story, the big picture. Where are we going with these products? What exactly are we trying to achieve? And then I also posted a template for persona mapping. And even someone on the group was kind enough to also show another link where you can get a good templates for personas. I didn't see any persona, so I don't know who is the user. I don't know who is the admin. I don't know. I really didn't get much insight as to the product. From your first sprint planning session, at least I also expected to see some rough, even if it's freehand sketching, right, on paper. That's why I asked at that point, would we be able to see the design? I know that this is outside the scope of a sprint planning session, but for a first sprint planning session presentation, we expected to see those rough hand sketch of, okay, what would be on that mobile app that you're doing. But overall, I think it was a great session, and we have to go now to the next.
Sorry, can I?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, sorry, and I didn't see any product roadmap too from the PO, but please go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so thank you so much for the wonderful feedback. I've been taking lots of notes. Okay, so Cynthia talked about estimation. Well, we just, because our first presentation is a sprint planning, so we just felt weird just showing items on the backlog that are already estimated. That was why we just played it out for the audience to see, but we had already even done that. We had to just delete them to like do it again for the audience to see. And we also have our DOD and DOR on the Confluence page. We just did not navigate there for you to see. And then also, I don't know if Cynthia, but because of time, if she can quickly just show you the sketch of what we have. We actually have a roadmap. We actually use a diagram to like break that down. And we also have a flow diagram as well that we used to do the whole journey mapping for the warehouse workers. We also have that in a flow diagram form, but we use that mostly during our conversation to understand what we're trying to achieve. So we actually have that, yeah.
Okay, thank you. See, you guys did an amazing job. Like, even most of us, including me, I didn't know most of the things you guys are showing today, but it's amazing how far in such a short time you've done all this. I'm so impressed. Like, I'm so proud, and everyone on the chat would agree that they're also very proud of how far we've come. But we need to work on our structure. Sequence and structure is so key to landing that final job offer. Sequence and structure. If your interviewer notices that you're not talking in a sequential or a structured manner, you will lose them. But if they notice that you're doing things step by step, we as human beings, we like pictures and we like step by step. Once you achieve those two things I've just mentioned, trust me, even if you're not saying something that is perfect from the Scrum guide, you would catch them through the flow. So please, sequence and structure, try and work on it, because you have another opportunity in your next sprint planning session from the calendar. But I would have to go. I'm eating into Team Y's time now. Thank you so much, Team X. Thank you so much. I'll stop sharing my screen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Team Y, over to you, please.
Hi.
Hi. Please share your screen while here.
Okay. Sorry, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Hi, Team Y.
Hi. Hi, Jones.
Hi, Jamila.
Hi, how are you? How are you guys doing today?
Hello.
We're doing great.
Doing okay.
Okay, so anything new?
Yeah, it's a
rain.
beautiful day.
I know, right?
It's raining here though.
Same here, same here. It's been raining for like 4 hours now.
Oh, sorry about that. I don't envy you.
Oh, Joel.
My own side is very cool today. At least we don't have snow, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. That's good. Congrats on that.
Yeah.
So as we all know, this is our sprint planning session. So hope you guys enjoyed the previous, our last meeting, which was the product backlog refinement. So back to product owner, anything you want to say about our previous meeting?
Okay, thank you, Jamila. As we all know, guys, during our last refinement, we brought out what we, all the user stories we wanted to refine for the next sprint. And we know we've all agreed that we're going to run a 4-week sprint, run 4 sprints with 2 weeks, for each sprint. So I guess with what we have on our backlog refinement, would have to know which the developers are, comfortable with starting with. Having in mind that the goal for this sprint is for us to be able, for the customers to be able to access the app and make all the inquiries that they need concerning the company.
Okay, thank you, Julia. That's very good. So back to our previous meeting, we're able to talk about our working agreement, our definition of done, definition of ready, our velocity, and also our capacity planning. So everybody has access to this Confluence page, right? Just like the way everybody agreed the last time. Am I correct?
Yeah,
correct.
We do.
Okay.
Yes,
so,
we do.
Okay, and everybody's in agreement with what we're able to come up with, right? Concerning the
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
we took a consensus on that and we all agreed. So I think we're all good.
Okay, that's fine. Then our definition of ready. Thanks to the developers, they were able to help us with this also. So everybody was in consensus, right?
That's right. Looks good to me.
Good. Yeah.
Okay. Same thing with the definition of done.
Obviously.
Yes, correct. Everything checks out. Yeah.
Okay. So velocity, considering like this is a new team, we actually don't have any historical velocity, right?
No, for now, yeah.
We do not.
For now,
We
yeah.
don't.
Oh, okay. So we'll be moving over to our sprint planning proper. So as we all know, this is TJFL, which is TJF Logistics. So we're trying to build an app basically to be able to transport goods and also transport we humans, right?
Yeah.
Moving from one place to another. So, so during our backlog refinement, we were able to come up with our epics and also our user stories. So Julia, basically, is there anything like we feel like you want to ask the developers at this point in time?
Yes, I would just like for us to, go ahead to set out the story with the highest priority for us so that we can have a positive feedback on this and keep going on the project.
Okay.
All right, basically, I will quickly want to say something in that regard. You remember, we all agree that our focus should be on, firstly, we have to look at the page layout of the design.
Mm-hmm.
And in that regard, we followed with the fact that it would be quite imperative for us to have, to give priority to accounts management, which in this regard talks about creation of account for end users, because this app is kind of dual oriented in terms of purpose, because we are looking at an app that will help manage commuting people from point A to B. And at the same time, there could be instances where instead of leaving the trunk of the vehicle empty, we could also use that to convey goods, which would not necessarily mean those people in the vehicle who own. It could be some maybe prospective customers who are not in the car, but they want their goods to be conveyed. So everything, our primary focus is centered around dual purpose, such that the page layout will be able to accommodate end users who want to be conveyed as persons, and at the same time, those who want to have their goods transported from point A to B.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very correct, Joel. If I can just buttress what Joel just mentioned. So I'm glad we were able to really utilize our refinement session for extensive discussion. And based on what we've discussed so far, we're all able to agree, and also confirming from our discussions earlier today that our goal is about, users accessing this account for this iteration. So from what Joel has said, what we're focusing on for this sprints is about the account management. And from what we can see on our backlog, I believe it's going to be about these two user stories, correct, Joel? The one with management of accounts,
That's
right?
correct. That's correct.
All right. Yes. Yeah, I mean, this is in line with what our PO just mentioned now. So I believe we're good with this.
So you feel like that should be of high priority?
Yeah, basically.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So once we're able to confirm that, all the acceptance criteria that we've also, discussed, and make sure we have the definition of done, I believe these are the two that we can pull in for this for the sprint backlog.
That's very correct.
Okay. So apparently, Julia.
Yes, Jamila.
Okay, so apparently you sent me an email concerning having like some impediment that has to do with your system, and you needed me to help you pull up.
Yes.
One.
Yes, please.
Okay, so that's fine. And Anthony?
Hi, Jamila.
Okay, hi. So you made a complaint concerning your design, that you're having an issue. So you want to talk about it?
I'm having an issue setting up the Figma to be able to design the holders, the placeholders. That's a bit of an issue that I have, and it has to do with my device as well, my internet connectivity. So, but I'm working on that currently, and I should be able to get that done before tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. In that case, Tony, if you've got an issue, you can reach out to me after this section so that we can both look at it, because I have some technical background in IT. So
Okay.
maybe I could be of assistance.
That works. Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
Okay, I'm helping Julia also resolve her issue because she reached out to me earlier. So that should be done in after the sprint planning. That should be done within an hour. It's not much of a big deal.
Thank you so much, Jamila. You're a lifesaver.
No problem. I'm here for you always. We're a team.
Yes, James.
Okay, so at this point, we're going to pull up what we want to be done in sprint 1. And we're also going to review the acceptance criteria and break down tasks if need be. And we need to also review how committed we're going to be in working during this sprint, right? So, so you guys talked about manage account.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so you want that to be in sprint 1?
Yes,
please.
Okay. So you guys want to talk about the acceptance criteria?
Okay, yes. So for this one, we did mention, I'm just going to pull this up here. Okay, so for this one, one of the acceptance criteria we mentioned would be about the landing page. So that, yeah, so we want to make sure that our landing page is well laid out.
Okay.
Both for iOS, so both for iOS and for Android.
Oh, okay, that's good. So Julia?
Yes.
Okay, so any other one like you guys feel should be like in the first sprint also?
Yes.
The one you're hovering on.
Manage accounts.
Manage accounts, yeah.
Manage accounts. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what else?
So for now, like we mentioned earlier, so for now, we would like to focus on these two. And we're saying this because I know in our refinement sessions where we were discussing Tony, Joel, we did raise the issue that being the first of its kind, it might, take us a while to do, quite a lot on this. So, but when we, discuss our capacity today, because I know Tony sent an email to me as well mentioning some issues about capacity. So maybe when we discuss our capacity today, if we feel we can take up more, then we will. But for now, these are like the two that we've been able to agree on to work with.
Okay, so concerning the capacity, because during the backlog refinement, when we talked about it was a 2-week sprint and 10 days, because everybody agreed like they're gonna be there full time because nobody's taking any holiday or leave at this point in time. So did anything change along the line?
No, we're still sticking to that agreement.
Okay. Yeah, and I can confirm that we're still sticking to the agreement of everyone being on ground to run the show.
Okay, so do you think we can accommodate more on this sprint, or you want to break this into tasks?
I think we basically have to break it into tasks because if we are able to set this one rolling, definitely it will be much easier for us to carry on with the other.
Okay.
Or what do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree with Joel.
Yes.
Actually, I agree with Joel.
So apparently, if we're breaking this into tasks, that should be like, we should have another backlog refinement session.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yes, that
Yeah,
works.
surely we can do that.
Oh,
That's if we can't do it here. I mean,
Yeah, obviously because of time though. We might be
yeah, because of time. Ordinarily, we should do it here and then focus on refining stories in the refinement session. But
Yeah.
okay. I know definitely everybody says they're gonna be around like 100%, but I want to really know like how committed are we to this sprint? How committed do we want to be? I want to hear from everybody.
For Joe, 100% committed.
For me as well, as much as I can, I'll definitely be available.
Okay.
and for me, I would say about 95%. I say 5% because I do have some things that I'm working on with my manager. It actually just came up yesterday, so I foresee that might be, take about 5% of my time. But I mean, if there are any issues as we go along, I'll be sure to bring that to your attention, James.
Oh, okay. So do we have any question or at this point in time? Because I remember Anthony saying something about, I can't really remember, but I think it has to do with some technicality that has to do with this. So I don't know if you're clear on that at this point in time, or if there's anything you still want to talk about.
No, everything is clear. I brought myself up, so everything is clear.
Joel?
Yeah. I think at this point we are basically good with the fine. The only issue it's not really an issue. We just need to talk on the deployment tool will be the design tool will be using the Figma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I will discuss that with my developers. And,
okay, Joel.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
Okay, so at this point, I don't feel like at this point, like doing estimation is going to like take a lot of time. So I was thinking we should move estimation to our backlog refinement, which is gonna, what do you guys think?
Yeah, that is correct. I was of the opinion that we can you just over on this first one? I thought we did that at the refinement because usually we do our estimations right during refinement. So, but if we don't have that there, do you think we should do it now, or we'll just do that after?
For time's sake, I think we should do it in the next backlog refinement.
I agree with Joel. I think we should take this to the next backlog refinement.
Okay. I think I'm not hearing from one more person, if I'm correct. Is Folashade there?
Oh yes, dear. I did give my yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you. So thank you for taking our time to attend the sprint planning meeting. So hopefully we're looking ahead to achieve more things and conquer our goal during this sprint one and all through the sprint. So any other thing you guys want to talk about at this point?
Does anybody have any question?
So
if we still have
okay. Sorry, go ahead, Jamila.
No, I wasn't the one talking.
Yeah, sorry, it was me. I was just checking if we still had time, if James could just help us, with the task. I mean, if we have time, we can do that. Just quickly do the breakdown into tasks.
You have 8 more minutes. And
okay,
if you don't have your story points in your user stories before you start the sprint, your burn down is going to be flat, 0. So backlog refinement is not an official sprint ceremony, right? Your main ceremonies are your sprint planning, your daily scrum, your sprint retro, and your sprint review. Those are the 4 main ones. So, but we added backlog refinement just so that we can have a more, what do they call it? There's a word for it. So that we can have a neater and well-groomed backlog.
Ready
right?
stories.
Yes, already stories to pull in. So your sprint planning, especially for the first one, yes, you usually do your story point assignments, right? But for the sake of time, you can't say that you're going to do it in the next one, because immediately you click on start sprint, and you go to report. Without any story points there, your burn down chart is going to read 0. So you have 8 more minutes to think of what story points you want to assign. You have 8 more minutes. And then if you have any rough sketch Figma designs, but your developer had mentioned that they had an issue with their computer. So
yes,
you have 7 more minutes now.
Okay. So are we ready to go on with the estimation?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a link sent earlier. I don't know if everybody got it.
Yeah, it's open now.
Okay. Is everybody in?
I'm trying to assess mine. Just give me a moment.
Anthony, are you having issues?
Yes, I'm trying to navigate down to the link. That's what I'm trying to do now.
I can see Joy is in now.
Jamila, can you send the link again, please? I don't think I can see it because of this system issues. Okay. Okay, I can see now. I'm good.
I think there's a problem with my link, Jamila.
Do you want me to resend to you?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay. You can try that now.
Joy, were you able to? Joy, are you okay?
Yeah.
Were you able to vote?
Just a minute.
Have 2 more minutes.
It's not showing like Joy or Tony has voted.
Okay.
Sorry,
Joy, did you vote?
I did.
Tony? Because Joy, yours is still showing white, right?
Oh,
Are you able to see the stack of numbers?
Yes, I'm going to reveal it now.
Okay.
Oh,
There we go.
we're in full consensus.
All right.
Okay. So, Joy, do you want to tell us why you actually went for 5? I know we're in full consensus, but I just want to know.
you said? Just give me, you said?
I just want to know why you went for 5.
Okay, basically, as a user, I'm talking from the user end now. I want to be able to log in so that I can access my account. And my choosing going for 5, which is midway, is because I'm looking at giving it a medium priority.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're moving to the next one now, which is Joe, waiting on you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Team Y. Thank you, Team Y. Time is up. You know, it's a time boxed event. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you. So RTE, comment from RTE, please.
Oh, please, with this RTE, I beg go. Team Y did an awesome job. I like the way they changed I noticed they changed the narrative. They didn't want to go with the status quo. I noticed that the scope, I guess, when they did the backlog refinement, they had agreed upon, the product owner already mentioned which ones were, they refined certain user stories in the backlog, but during the planning, it seemed like it changed a little bit, and the product owner decided to go with other user stories. Am I correct?
Yes.
Camila, yeah. So it seemed like the scope changed, or the goal changed for the product owner, and they decided to go with certain user stories. You guys did a good job. The feedback I have is, again, I know you don't agree with this, coach, but estimating during planning will only take a lot of time. You guys did mention you did the backlog refinement, but there was no estimation there yet. You guys are estimating in the sprint planning session. Essentially, this sprint planning session is for the product owner to state the scope of the sprint again, and the developers come up with implementation plan and how they're going to go about, they've come up with the implementation plan already, and they already understand the scope of it. Then really what you're doing, you guys are just, it's like a review session, and then the user stories are being assigned to the developers. So I didn't really see any the Scrum Master assigning, or the Scrum Master asking who wants to take on this user story and who wants to take on this user story after you've moved after the product owner mentioned the priority, so I think there was two, you moved up to the priority, and that's what you guys were going to commit to the sprint, but you didn't assign it to anybody. I think that's the only thing that I saw that didn't really happen, but it's supposed to happen during planning session. And then after you do that, that's when you start the sprint, right? So my feedback is you guys didn't assign the user stories after you picked it. I'll let the coach say what she has to say now so I don't waste time. But good job overall. Good job. Good job. I like the way you guys switched it up, and it was very collaborative. You asked questions. You made the team speak up. I heard Mr. Joel's voice quite a lot. I heard everybody's voice. So it was really good. You didn't dominate the planning session. You let the team speak up, and they also talked about, it seemed like they understood the scope of each ticket. So it was good. It was good.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you. Thank you, RCE.
Okay, so we have our mural board open, and someone has put an interesting comment here. I'll start with this one. Is there a user story for creating an account? And this is really interesting because I noticed when you opened your Epic or your Jira board, your Epics, first of all, on your Epics list, I noticed that notification appeared twice. I don't know the reason for that. That was one. Second thing was that I noticed that there was no Epic for creating an account. And this is the same feedback I gave Team X. So starting off with a pictorial view of the work breakdown structure or the user story map will help you see clearly the journey, the customer's journey. So in product management, we have what is called the customer journey. You need to put yourself in the shoes of your customer and go through the process, the journey of using your app. Go through what makes the customer excited. Go through what makes the customer turned off, right? We need to start to think like a customer and act like an owner. Anything you're doing in product management, always think like the customer. Now, I noticed that there was no customer journey map. There was no user story map. And that would have helped you identify the fact that you missed out creating an account. I saw manage an account, but I did not see create an account. And this person.
Excuse me, sorry, can I quickly react to that?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, on the Epic, we kind of streamlined our user stories. It's just that the Scrum Master didn't have enough time to go through that. Otherwise, you'd have seen it. Because what we did on the Epic was to group everything that has to do with account creation, editing, management, basically under account management.
Okay.
As an Epic.
Okay, so
as an Epic. So okay. under that manage accounts, there are a whole lot of user stories attached to that included creation of accounts, the account page layout, and the
then the terms and conditions.
Of course, terms and conditions, they're all there.
Okay. So remember, thank you for reacting to that comment, right?
The Scrum Master is not feeling too fine.
Oh, Scrum Master, get well soon. Oh, get well soon. But we still have to give our feedback. Hope our feedback helps you feel better. Okay.
So thank you.
Okay, so now it's an interesting point. I don't know who defended that feedback, but let me bring an interesting point again to your table. You see, when it comes to project management and product management, you want to break down things as small as possible, right? In product management, you break them down to user stories, tasks, subtasks. You need to break things down. Don't lump major activities in one. Don't lump things. Instead, break it out so that it will be easier for your team members to visualize and not miss anything out. Because under creating an account, there are so many user stories that will be born out of it. Under managing an account, there will be so many things that will come out of it. So lumping it would not allow you gain that visibility, right? And remember the pillars of Scrum, right? Inspection, transparency and adaptability. You want to make sure that you're always upholding all those pillars at every point in time. Now, the second point that this person mentioned was, is there a user story to allow users access as a guest? You see, all these things are born out of what I just mentioned. The more you break things down, the more you will see some stories that you may have missed. Was there any prioritization technique used to prioritize user stories? Also, is there any discussion on alignment, on aligning the team with the product vision? Voila, product vision. Your first sprint planning, by the way, your sprint planning for a 2 weeks cadence is about 4 hours. If you had a 1 week sprint, your sprint planning will be 2 hours. The reason they give enough time for sprint planning is because if your team members don't understand the big picture, from day one, you've lost all of them. They will start creating different things. And there are some funny videos on Facebook where you tell a developer something, they will go and start doing another thing. That is because enough time was not given into planning to focus on what is actually needed to achieve what the customer wants, right? And that's why a lot of IT companies keep folding up. Why? Because they say that they claim to practice Agile, but they are not practicing true Agile. So the essence of these our meetings and these teams is for us to have these opportunities to fail fast within our teams and then learn quickly. Now, the next thing is about, I noticed your team is 4. Why? I actually noticed that there were 5 though. I don't know. This person noticed 4, but I noticed that there were 5. There were 3 people with the first letter of their names.
Just that me, I can't vote because I didn't do estimation because I'm the Scrum Master. We have 5.
Yeah. I noticed that you were 5. Was it the developer, Joel, or the PO explaining the product?
Just like we pointed out initially, we believe in collaboration, and I just felt I needed to be more elaborate on what the PO already explained.
Yeah.
To our team members.
Okay.
The PO already laid out what the product was all about. Mine was just a kind of buttressing what she has said.
Okay, cool.
Just giving it more insights. And going back to the previous point, you wrote out as to, is there a user story to allow user access as a guest? We had extensively discussed that. I don't know if it's possible for our Scrum Master to reshare the screen, or we'll just leave it at that. Because okay. what we did, we took the project, and incidentally, I think we missed even explaining the acronym of our app to you guys. And from there, we took the project, we broke it down into epics. From epics, we went to user stories, and then we extended it to task.
Yeah, we have like little impediments because our product owner system is down. So
yeah, but I noticed the amazing work you did with the colors. I noticed on your Jira board that you use colors for your different epics, which was really useful for the eyes, for me to be able to trace which one was manage account, which one was notification. It was brilliant with the colors.
That's how we roll in Team Y.
Yeah, keep rolling. That's nice. Okay, so we didn't get to see a picture of your roadmap, your product roadmap. We didn't see pictures again. This was the same feedback we gave to Team X. So please, let's take all these things and note them down, because it will be very good if you, even as a team, within your team, always discuss with pictures, with diagrams, with flow charts. It will really help with understanding what the product is about. We have 4 more minutes. I'll leave it open to the floor for everyone to feel free to speak their mind in the next 4 minutes. Thank you everyone for attending. We have 26 participants. That means 26 pairs of eyes saw this presentation, and I'm so grateful for everyone attending. So the floor is open now.
I was just going to say, like, you should just try and bear with us, because apart from even my team, I guess like other teams too, people are still working, people have family, so sometimes it's not always easy trying to meet up and, get everything together. It's going to be a slow process, but we are trying our best.
Okay, please continue trying your best. I don't know what timelines you've given yourselves to get work like in Scrum as a Scrum Master, right? But everyone has the pressure that they are on.
Okay. Okay, I just want to say thank you, Kelechi, and to the whole team for this platform. I'm totally new to the Agile and Scrum world, and in this time of pairing up with my team, kudos to Team Y for being phenomenal. We work as a team, not just some people doing it, but everybody. So you can imagine me as a new person, I was able to use Jira, Confluence, you know, and I know it will get better. I took my CSM exam yesterday and I blasted it, and I'm happy. I'm moving forward. Thank you. Looking at more certifications, and of course, you know, working with the team to make sure that I get to the highest pinnacle in terms of Agile and the Scrum world. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for allowing us to meet amazing people. Like sometimes somebody in my team will just call me, how far are you? Just checking up on you. Like, it's really, really amazing. I'm still new, but sometimes, you know, Julia will call me and she trusts me. She wants to ask me some questions. I'll be like, is it me that somebody's asking a question like this? So thank you for meeting amazing people.
You guys are having more friends than me. I'm jealous now. Thank you, everyone.
Don't be jealous. Thank you, Kelechi.
Yeah.